And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 66.6 kilograms and trains under Steve Walton out of Wolves Den, fighting out of Perth, Western Australia, making his pro debut inside the Eternal Cage tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Kophamel! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 65.1 kilograms and trains under Logan Price and Joel Armstrong out of Shuriken MMA, fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand, with an undefeated professional record of 3 wins for 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brad the Wolfman Ramsey!
Here in Perth, West Australia at RAC Arena. We're very excited about that. Of course, Eternal the night before, so it's going to be a great weekend of MMA.
Straight into it
round
now.
1.
Let's see how Kevin comes out. Here we go, straight.
Wow, ferocious.
Yeah.
Such a high-pace
Individual
fighter.
Brad?
Brought to you by Neds, the home of mixed martial arts, the official wagering partner of the UFC and the official wagering partner of Eternal MMA. Take it to the Neds level. As always, please gamble responsibly. If you require assistance, please call 1-800-858-858.
And Brad's taken some shots early there, so that's going to be a bit of a shock to the system. Obviously, being the more decorated striker, you think he'd have the upper hand there, but he's taken a few, and let's see how he can recover, and he looks to be doing well.
If he and team had watched some tape, which I believe they would have, of Kevin Kophamel, they probably know what they would have been expected. But Kevin Kophamel obviously has been fighting 3-minute rounds, so a little bit different.
And he's also not used to being on his back against the cage like this, so it'll be interesting to see how he's react. He's trying to control that elbow joint and then look to fight the hands, and hopefully he can scoot out with his bum to there we go, to the right-hand side. He's using that frame really well to engage those knees.
Yeah, both guys.
Oh,
Great knees. Look at
big
that.
shot. Oh.
Wow, look at that
Both
exchange. Beautiful.
And they've both landed there, so it's going to be a bit of a... Brad's definitely on his back foot, so this is where he's going to watch, because Kevin's non-stop and he's never going to let you have a minute.
Oh, look at that left there by the Wolfman.
Beautiful counter-striking there. And that's where Kevin has to be careful, not getting too out of control and getting tagged as he comes in like that.
Tough fighters. I tell you what, Cam O'Neill and Ben Vickers, great matchups here at Eternal 71. Done a great job again for Eternal MMA.
Brad switches really nicely between stances, especially setting up shots for Kevin. When you're with someone with the constant change, it's very hard to set up shots. There's that nice little trick. And this is where it's in Kevin's world. This is where we love to see him. He loves putting pressure, he loves being on top. He's got a very heavy top game. And this is where Brad really needs to try and get to one side and start creating some space and using frame. And there you can see him using the cage really well, but he's flat on his back, which is the real problem here.
This is where Kophamel wants to be. Again, we said in the lead up that he loves the ground and pound, and he wants to get in that position where he can start laying it on.
He's real top heavy here. Just wants to keep him flat on his back and use that cross face to really crush him and slowly break him down.
Oh, nice elbow there by Kophamel.
And opening this up opens up the opportunity to pass. He gets him really focused on protecting these elbows and controlling the upper half of his body. Can open up opportunities for set up the knee slicer, quarter mount, and then hopefully he can get to the passing positions.
Strong opening so far for Kophamel.
Yeah, you can see he's really trying to bring that left knee through there to set up the quarter mount position, or in turn knee slice to the other side. But he's doing really well to control the upper half of Brad's body while trying to set that up. And it takes the grappling to a whole nother level when you're landing elbows and posturing up.
Elbows landed again by Kophamel on Ramsey.
And this is a really dominant position in MMA from half guard. You can posture up. It's not like ADCC in the grappling where you have to constantly be passing. From here, you can posture up and rain down damage from there.
If Ramsey can improve his position, because
He's
you
very
can see that you got full mount. Good stuff good work there by Ramsey.
There's the arm. He's got the arm and he lets it go.
Very good.
Kevin got a bit too overexcited and lost a very advantageous position there. If he can just keep it controlled, he's going to be in an amazing position next time.
Yeah, he was too eager for that ground and pound, wasn't he? Oh, look at that. Nice punch there by Kophamel.
He's throwing those looping hooks really well. Especially with the fear of the shot, those looping hooks act as a perfect device to set up that chain into the shot. But this pressure is non-stop. It's very tiring.
Nice knee there. And then all of a sudden, Ramsey finds himself on the offensive.
We're not used to seeing Kevin in this position, so it's a great learning experience for him too.
He's got 10 seconds.
Oh, he's cut him.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh!
Nice leg kick there by enjoying our coverage on UFC Fight Pass. Brett Bonetti here with
It's interesting to see how Brad's game changes. He's been taken down a few times. He's been mounted, and he knows he's got power in his hands, so he's constantly moving back and forth so he can avoid that shot. He's always dangerous, and he's much more, he's in a much more advantageous position coming forward here. We didn't see much of this in the first round, so having Brad on his front foot is where it needs to be.
exchanging legs kick there, Daniel.
And we know Kevin's not afraid of the leg. He wants the leg kicks. He can catch legs, initiate takedowns, and this is where he wants to be. This is his traditional grinding style we're so used to. He wants to make it dirty. He wants to make it non-stop. He wants to keep it close.
This could turn into a cardio issue like we did seen in the first fight of the main card.
But this is where we're seeing it a bit more at Brad's range, when he's at kickboxing range and he can land and snipe shots, use his length.
Kophamel tried the flying knee.
Whereas Kevin, when he gets in close and he uses those looping hooks, has a great success.
Was stand up in round 2 so far.
And this is where he needs to keep it in there dirty, use that clinch, and then initiate control points here. There we go. Look, he uses that looping hook so well into the shot.
Look at that. That was beautiful by Kophamel. Great takedown.
And this is where he wants to be, right? Once he can posture up here and start landing and soften him up, then he can focus on passing. But look, he goes straight to pass, straight into half guard, which in MMA is such a dominant position to be in. Yeah, as you can hear Steve Walton in the corner yelling, keep that underhook, because that's where Brad wants to be, searching for that underhook and creating space and using those frames.
He probably would have taken it. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. Well done by Ramsey.
And that was exactly what we heard in the corner for Kevin to watch out for, but when you're in the heat of the moment, it's very hard.
Rush of blood.
And this is where Brad looks good, when he's coming forward like this.
He's trying to chew up those calves. A nice leg kicks there by Ramsey.
Great shot.
Yeah.
But Kevin has a lot of damage and a lot of success when he's in close, throwing those hooks and chaining it in. And keeping Ramsey on his back foot is what's really going to tire Ramsey out, I think. With Kevin constantly coming forward like we're used to seeing him. And you can hear the corner of Kevin use the jab, use that to set up to create close encounters so you can set up those shots.
A nice kick to the body just a moment ago by Ramsey. Kophamel took it well.
It's a lot of movement though. There's a lot of non-stop. It's back and forth. There's no time to rest for either.
Ooh, we heard that from him.
So yeah, that's you can see the shots. That's where, there we go.
There's the mistake there by Ramsey.
He's exposed the back. We've seen Kevin in this position before against Wade McConnell, where he set up the back take and then and now this is a very, very...
Oh, look at that.
That's not, there he is. He's still in that body lock position now, and he can transition to mount.
He's got the mount, but let's see what he does with it.
Very well. He learned from the first round. He's controlling that underhook. And this is where he really needs to focus on maintaining this mount.
We said he loves the ground and pound, and Kophamel is pouring it on Ramsey right now.
And that's the thing, he can't lose his position.
He's going to.
And here's that arm. The arm's exposed there. The arm's exposed.
Oh, look at this. Armbar attempt.
And this is where Ramsey needs to stack. So See, that's the problem. He's got too excited and focused on the ground and pound. But this is where now Kevin needs to relax, build back up, and get back to a dominant position. And for Brad, he needs to fight now to win this round back.
Well, he's got a minute, just under a minute to work, and he's got top position, so let's see what he can do with it.
But yeah, we haven't seen much of Kevin on his back, so this is a very interesting position for Ramsey to be in now.
45 seconds left, Kev.
I think Kevin wants to try and find his way back up to his feet.
But I think even after seeing the dominance earlier in the round, this is still, you'd want Ramsey to be doing more damage here. He needs to fight harder to win these rounds because he can't just sit here.
Yeah, and that's what he's mainly done for the last 40 seconds since he's got in this position. So
I mean, he's still landing some short shots there, but
is Kevin Kophamel taking on Brad Ramsey, and Kevin Kophamel and Brad Ramsey getting the crowd up on their feet here at the beautiful HBS Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. They embrace and they start round 3.
They're swinging again.
Nice by Ramsey to start off this round.
And this is where Kevin wants to be nice in close. Initiating the trips here. He's using that overhook where Brad's fighting to get that underhook and create some space and throw.
Nice elbows there by Kophamel. Oh, look at that. He saw that. He telegraphed that a little bit, so it was very well read by there by Kophamel.
This is where Kevin wants it to be dirty. Kevin wants to be throwing everything from everywhere and non-stop. Whereas Brad's just fighting for space non-stop. The pressure is just relentless.
Ramsey's finding out how strong Kophamel really is. Knew he was strong.
But
he said that in the fighter meetings.
But he's done really well to secure double unders and try and work it into... But Kev, beautiful reversal there.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, now this is not where you want with Kevin on top.
Especially in the third round. And he's looking for the ground and pound again.
Very close. I mean, he doesn't have to pass to full mount. But in there, he passes to full mount. And now he's going to try and really control him from the top. Back to half guard.
Elbows by Kophamel. He's having more success. He had some success with those in round 1.
I mean, he's content to just post up here and bang. You can stop him from here if he just keeps going. And this is not where Brad wants to be in the last round. He's potentially down 2 rounds to zip. This is where he needs to fight back.
Thought he was going to try and trap that left arm there.
This is where Brad really needs to create frames, try and get on the side, shuck your hips out, and work for an underhook in the scramble. Crowd's loving it, as you can hear.
They certainly are. You see, they're a very good crowd here in Perth.
But right now we can just see Brad flat on his back, which is a real dangerous position where it allows Kev to maintain. He really needs to try and shuck out on his hips, get to the side, work into that right arm into an underhook. There he goes. Now he's moving on the side. He needs to be, can't overextend and expose the back. But for Kevin, if you're in his corner, you're happy to stay here and ride out the round. And
he loves the ground and pound, so
constantly doing damage. And I think this is where Brad's really struggling with the pressure. He's doing really well to control and isolate that one leg you can see there. And he's causing Brad to even to start striking from the bottom, which is never really the best sign. He should really be focusing on creating angles, Striking really from the bottom comes down to the last resort, especially in a position like this.
But this time, Kophamel's learned from his 2 little errors in the first 2 rounds where he had these sort of positions and allowed Ramsey out by making, probably getting a little bit too advantageous.
And this is a real dominant. He's using that crossface to real torque his neck. And this is where he can pass 3/4 mount and then try and set things up. And even from there, he's happy to be pushed back into half guard because it's such an advantageous position for him now.
Kophamel's going to go for the stoppage about a minute left. I think he's going to push it hard right to the end. He's trying to get the mount. He's trying to push that right leg down. Good work by Ramsey, but not allowed. But again, he's still not in a great position. He's still copping elbows from Kophamel.
And you can hear Ramsey's corner when he shelled up, they're calling for the deep half and trying to initiate a scramble. It's a hard one. Traditionally, the deep half position in MMA can be very dangerous, especially at this time in the round when you're this tired. But at least now he's getting that frame in and trying to create distance. But Kevin's happy sitting here to ride the round out.
Go, use that knee shield, Brad. Use the knee shield.
And as you can hear Brad's corner calling, use that frame, use that shield. And now if you're going to transition back to full guard, you have to be very active, moving your hips, setting up arm bars, isolating arms. You're down almost 2.5 rounds to nil at the moment.
30 seconds, boys.
And you can hear Brad's corner yelling for non-stop urgency. They know the position he's in. He needs to fight back and get on top. And this is where Kevin's relentless pressure.
He's been great with his pressure all 3 rounds, really. I mean, again, Ramsey's had his moments, but I think it's this position there that's winning the fight.
Yeah.
Great performance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this fight 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Kevin Kophamel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner and successful and professional debut, Kevin Kophamel. Kevin, you got a lot of love in the building tonight, my friend. Now this was a professional debut that was long anticipated by us here at Eternal MMA. We've had the pleasure of seeing your impressive amateur career flourish inside this cage, and we're very much looking forward to what you can do tonight, and you delivered. Tell me, was there any difference in preparing for your first professional fight than you had in your previous amateur fights?
Honestly, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to everyone for the support here. It means so much to me, and honestly, just thank you. And then, just in terms of preparation, it's been a really long road to get here. Amateur fights were awesome, but my last fight was actually in the Gamma World Championships in Amsterdam, and I took a big injury in that, so I had a fractured rib and collapsed lung. And then I was back in Ireland for a while, trying to get back over here and get life sorted. But thanks to God, He's brought me through, brought me here, and here I am now fighting in front of an awesome crowd. So I'm just really blessed.
We're blessed to have you inside the cage, Kevin, as well. Now listen, you had a tough ask in your first professional fight. An undefeated Brad the Wolfman Ramsey, all his wins via TKO. Tell me, what was the discussion like with your team in accepting this fight?
Honestly, I mean, my team believed in me a lot, and it was just a game plan about believing in myself, going out and doing my thing, trying to adapt to areas that I could expose on him. But huge round of applause for Brad, because he's an animal, absolute animal. My leg is bust up from him, and he missed some big shots. And it takes a lot of courage to step in here and fight. And a lot of people critique, but it's the man in the arena. So big round of applause for him.
A great show of respect between 2 warriors there. Now, Kevin, you were born in Ireland, so you're raised in Ireland. That's right, you're a confusing young man, but you're raised in Ireland. Your father Jeff and your brother Shane still back living there now. They support you from afar, watching live now, no doubt. Do you have any message for your father and brother?
I just want to say I love you guys so much, and you need to get your asses to Australia.
One more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Kophamel.